Welcome back to my channel, African Black Gold TV, where we showcase Africans in the diaspora who are doing amazing things in a positive way, especially Nigerians who are changing the narratives in the diaspora in a positive way as well. Today, my guest is an African woman who based in the UK. What happened to this woman? Her husband, who happened to be a British soldier, collected all the child benefit that the UK government is giving to her, siphoned all this money back to Africa and used the money to marry another woman and brought her back to the UK. This lady had a child for this British man who happened to be an autistic child. The problems she faced with the children, the problems she faced with the man, the problems she faced with the government, because at some point she has to leave UK. She was about to be deported. As I speak with you now, right now, this woman, she's really angry. If you're with me, come on, let's go. Let's hear our story from her mouth.
I'm a victim of domestic abuse over here in UK. I met my husband, my ex-husband, back home in Ghana. We are of like the same age, like we're like early 30s. We went to the same school, but then he moved to UK, and then I continued my school in Ghana, and then he brought me here to join him. He was in the British Army. It was a perfect family, perfect home, no problems, nothing of that sort. But I think he just had a hidden behavior or character which probably I did not see. Although we came from the same town, we came from the same country, we used to communicate a lot, and he didn't really, show that behavior on phone and that kind of communication. So when I joined him here, everything changed. I started working, and then I took seed after having the child. All the problems just started with the child benefits, he wanted to keep the child benefits. He wanted to pay all the bills. He wanted to control the money. I worked very hard to support him. He would always want to go to Africa twice a year. Like he would want to control like all the finances in the house. When I am paid, he would even see the money. That's my pay slip. He would want to decide what we want to use the money for, which amount we are going to save, which amount he needs to send back home to Ghana because we're doing a project. And then he would just want to just use my bank card. I was so quiet. I could not talk. I could not speak out. I could not complain because I felt I was supporting my husband. And then there wasn't any need of even telling a third party or telling my parents because my parents are equally here. It was really affecting me because it got to a point he wasn't providing for the house, although he would want to use my bank card for everything. He would want to use it for fuel, use it for shopping, use it for groceries, everything. And I could not even do my hair. I could not even buy anything for myself. It was hard to tell my mom. It was hard to tell my siblings. It was hard to tell anyone. But people thought we had that perfect marriage outside because I'll sit in his car and then we'll drive to town, we'll drive to church, we'll drive to this place. So it was very hard. And I didn't want that impression that, oh, when you bring a woman from Africa, oh, she's loud, oh, she's this, oh, she's that. So I was enduring. I loved my husband, and then I just wanted to be quiet and then just have that peaceful, happy home. But then it was so hard. It was so hard because he was now having an affair outside the home. And when I noticed it, I called my in-laws back home. I complained to them. And they always reassured me that, oh, don't worry, he's going to change. Don't say anything. You are in-law. Don't say anything. Uncle, as I'm saying, I endured the behavior. I endured the abuse 4 good years into the marriage. And then, he had to bring this woman to England. This woman came to England pregnant. That is when the abuse escalated. That is when the torture escalated. I find it very hard to even voice out my problems to people. But the abuse, he canceled my visa, he strangled me in this house, all because of child benefit. Because now I was struggling to work. He would go out, he wouldn't come home. He would go and come around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. It was hard for me to just go to work. He canceled my visa because that other woman had arrived in UK. She was pregnant. Because he goes to Ghana, creates that impression that he's a single man, he's not married. So that girl in her mind felt, oh, she's met a man, she's met a husband who is also bringing her to England. So now I had to pay for, his lives, myself and my child. My child is sick. He's autistic. And, raising a child with special needs then, that was 3, 4 years ago, I didn't even know. I didn't even know what was happening to my child. So it was really affecting my mental health. I was going mad. Sometimes I see other women who are quiet and then we just hear it in the news. Oh, they've been killed. Oh, they've been shot by their husbands. So I just said to myself, no, I'm going to call the police. I will speak out. I need help. I'm going mad, because he realized he had been doing it years back. And I was just quiet. I was quiet. I wasn't reporting him for them to punish him, but then I was reporting for them to just find me a place with my child to just move out so that he can do whatever he wanted to do. Because he kept the child's benefit from the day I had that child. I had no access to the child benefit. It is the same bank card, the same work that I do. We use the money to shop. We use it to pay all bills. We use it to pay literally everything. And I'm not even left with £5 to buy water, to buy anything for myself. So it was just hard. So I asked myself, then where did he get that money to bring another woman through school into England? The girl came to Leicester University, like 1 year schooling, and then she came pregnant. So where did he gather that money? Where did he get that money? I've been so supportive. I work hard. I support you. I don't deny you anything. I cook. I do nights, waking nights. I do about 5 nights. I earn lots of money. He was in the British Army, and I was a carer. So it was quite very hard. I know some women in my shoes cannot take such things, and probably they will do things and they'll be out in the media, or they'll be having troubles and all that with the police. But then for me, I thought about my child, that I know I'm not going to be in such an abusive environment, an abusive man, because my child already is struggling, is suffering. With somebody with autism, they have all these challenging problems, behaviors, and all that. So it was really, really affecting my mental sanity. And then, the man's behavior, it was just too much. So I had good lawyers from Nigeria. They're so good. He's called Mr. Adetayo. It was through somebody that I met them. That man took me like a daughter, because he told me he has a daughter like me. So he really did well for me, because now the abuse escalated after the strangulation. I knew that if this man and myself are not separated, it's going to be terrible and horrible. Because I think he was frustrated because the other woman had arrived. She was pregnant, and I think he promised her to bring her to this house, because he literally removed my name from this house. It's a council house. He removed my name from the council house. My name was not on any of the proof of addresses. So I think he was abusing me and then thinking I might just pack and leave so that it will be easier. I have no trace in this house, and that woman will just walk in and come into this house with her child. And it doesn't work that way. So police were involved, and then they had to come in because of the child. Social services were also involved. They had to ask him to move out of the house. And then that is when I met these good lawyers. and then they had to file for my visa and all that. And God being so good, He canceled my visa. He canceled my visa because I think he realized he was messed up. So it would be easier for me to be deported with a child. And God was so good that, whatever plans, whatever thing He was planning, it never even worked. And they gave me the visa, and then the court decided that the child and myself should stay here. And peacefully, there hasn't been any killing of man or woman. And then, yeah, he's living somewhere. He supports his child. And then I'm also living peacefully, minding my own business. And then, yeah. So I think women out there, men out there, when you're living with somebody, or you're married, or in a relationship with anybody, it's good to speak out. It got to a point, my parents were just sad that, oh, this man who was so beautiful, had a good soul, had a good heart, everybody just envied our relationship. You understand me? But all of a sudden, I don't know if that woman used juju on him, and the problems just started after I had the child, and it wasn't non-stop. It's like he always enjoyed quarreling, fighting over money, and anytime I am paid, it's like he had that kind of edge for my bank card. I didn't bother. I just gave him the bank card. He will use it to buy food or use it to buy whatever. And I had nothing. I could not even do my hair. But uncle, now I'm saying he left my life. I'm able to save money, buy things for myself. When I was even learning how to drive, he told me, you don't need to drive, or you don't need to bother yourself. You need to stop driving. I said, no, I know myself.
That's not all on this video. We've got the part 2 of this video coming up very soon. If you want me to drop the part 2, please go to the comment section there, comment, and let me know how you feel. This will make me to drop the part 2 of this video. And please don't forget to turn on your notification bell at the same time. Please, your notification button as well, let it be on, so that when I drop the part 2, you'll be notified. And please, can you subscribe to this channel, because I've got a deal with my wife that if I drop any video, at least one person gotta subscribe, and you are the subscriber. Please, can you subscribe to this channel so that my wife will not kick me out of the house. Till I see you in the next video, I say adios.